Okay, welcome back to another video. Things are going to be a little bit different in this one. It's not a gameplay video, it's not a let's play. I have been working on my save file for a couple of months now, and I want to show you what I've been doing. So the aim for this video is to show you around the save file I've been working on so far. I'm not going to be going into each individual household in this video. My plan is for each of the families that I've been working on to have their own video. I'll go into a bit of the lore that I've created. But yeah, this is just like a showcase to show you where I'm at with it. So the reason that I'm doing this now is I felt like if I waited to play my save file until it was completed, I would never actually get to play my game. That being said, I'm going to be holding off doing gameplay videos until I've done a couple more community lots in Willow Creek and until Winthorpe Manor has been completed, because they are going to be quite the pivotal point in my story and my lore. So my plans for my future gameplay, I've basically been thinking about bringing my sim self from my let's play over into the save file once I've finished like her current arc. I don't know what direction that's taking. I think it's going to be one of those things where I know I'll know. I'm gonna try and do regular uploads with that as well. I really want this to be my only save file. I've been really getting into the idea of a forever save file, and I've been really enjoying watching people enjoy the experience and seeing their worlds growing and building as they do that. And I feel like I'm missing out on some of the fun because I'm not ready. I'm not complete. You can see that there's quite a lot of gaps on this map. So if I waited until I finished the world completely, I feel like we're going to be there for a really long time. I want to play rotationally through the families and the different worlds and let them expand organically. I'd like to do some long play videos and throw them into the mix too. If I've got a day where I'm just like doing save file stuff, if I'm working on like behind the scene things, I like having those kind of videos on in the background, so it might be quite nice to do some longer videos when I'm doing stuff like working on my save file, like build mode videos and CAS. I'm going to be playing with the sims that I have in game for now. I'm sure I will be adding to it in the future, but for right now I'm just kind of wanting to have a little play around with what I've got set up so far. New sims are going to be moving in and settling down roots, but like with it being a forever save file, like that's going to happen consistently, so I feel like I have enough to get me started with the number of sims and the way that they're like intermingled into each other's lives. If I end up making more sims to go into the game, they will probably just be random townies and just have them sort of hanging around in the background and just fleshing out my game a little bit more. I'm also gonna just be focusing on the 3 base game worlds until I've got like all of the lots filled in them. Again, I'm probably gonna still do some building in the other worlds, but they're not gonna be like a focal point of this series, and they're not gameplay focused for now. Once I've completed building the base game worlds, we will then probably sort of move people out into the other worlds as they begin developing. So yeah, I will still be working on other worlds sort of behind the scenes, and I'll probably, like I say, I'll do these long form videos where I do bits and pieces, because I really like being able to switch up the kind of build that I'm doing. There was never ever going to be a reality where I finish Willow Creek before I moved on to Oasis Springs and then like, because of the way my ADHD brain works, I just go where the dopamine is, but I'm kind of setting a bit of a restriction on myself in that we are just staying in these worlds for the time being until the other ones are cooked. So yeah, in short, I basically want to end up playing my game before I die. I can't wait any longer to get started, so I'm going to take you on a tour of some of my builds. Now, we're not going to start in Willow Creek. We are going to hop over to Oasis Springs with where this all started. Like my first build that I did was Oasis Springs. That's where I had the idea for it, so we are going to just change worlds real quick. Okay. You'll notice that my maps look a bit different to the normal EA one. These are overrides that were made by 20th Century Plumbob. I'll put some links in the description to like people that have inspired me and yeah, basically got me passionate about doing this. So The first build that I did was this rental unit. So this is the Dusty Dingbat, and I'm gonna just show you around here. Okay, so we have our rental units. Some of these are furnished and have people living in them already, some of them don't, but we're gonna start with the outside first. I really love mid-century architecture, and I feel like Oasis Springs is actually perfect for that. So I had the idea that I wanted to have like a little apartment complex, and when I was doing my research I found out that these style apartment places are called dingbats, and I love it. So yeah, I wanted to start with making a dingbat apartment. We have a little swimming pool out the back. Now some of the apartments here are furnished, some of them are not. Some of them also have Sims living in them, some of them also do not. So we're not going to go too much into like family lore, but I'll show you like the inside so far. Now this apartment here belongs to the person who owns the Dusty Dingbat. I've really tried to stick with mid-century modern like furnishings. Like she's got a bit of a retro vibe to her. I think she's great. She's real cute. I've just noticed that something is missing wallpaper. There we go. So yeah, we have this really nice little apartment really. I would live here. I think this is a really cute space. It basically meets all of her needs. She has a bedroom. We have like a little kitchen and dining area. Like it is just her. She has a pet dog as well. We'll get into her background and like her lore and stuff when we do her little video. Yeah, she was the sim that started it all, so I am quite fond of this apartment building. Over the way we have an empty one, so this is completely unfurnished. Upstairs we have a couple more apartments. So this one is a little bit more furnished. It's a little bit sort of different in styling. I don't want to get into the habit of matching the interior with the exterior because in most circumstances that doesn't happen, but this is just a cute little apartment. We've got a little kitchenette and it's more like a studio. So some of these have separate bedrooms and some of them are studios. I basically want these to be like the starter homes here. These ones are just, yeah, these I've not even like finished doing. Like I need to actually finish. How have I missed a floor? This is what I mean. Like I've got a lot of work to do still, but it's fine. We move. Yeah, another couple of little studios. I think the reason that they're like this is because I was like, right, I'll get the studios done and then I will do like the apartments afterwards, and I just never got round to doing it, but that's fine. We have all the time in the world because we're gonna start playing here very soon. So yeah, that is my first little build that I did. I just think it's neat. They've each got like little balconies. You've got a communal swimming pool. I feel like it would be a really nice little place to live. Okay, so next up we've got this cute little mid-century build. I really love mid-century architecture. There's something about it, like this style roof, the big windows. There is just something about it that makes my brain go brr. So in this house there are two Sims that live here. They are elderly Sims. And we'll give you a little tour of their house. So we have, we've not even like finished putting carpets and stuff in. I'm so sporadic with my builds, it's ridiculous. So yeah, we've got like a little living area here. We have a like guest bedroom. This is for like when the grandkids come to stay, like that's the kind of vibe here. We have the little master bedroom here with a little desk, and we've got a little bathroom area here, laundry cupboard, little kitchen area, little utility cupboard. So we have our little kitchen here. We've got a room that we can keep our Hoover in. I don't know what this little cupboard is going to be used for. Basically, I like to build with floor plans and try and keep them as accurate as possible, and I end up with all of these little cupboards in places, but it's fine, we move. I was going to just now put in like have it as a little laundry room, like a little alcove, and then I realised I've already sorted out a washing and dryer situation because we have a basement I'd completely forgotten about. I knew there was a basement, but I don't remember putting the washing machine and dryer down here. So yeah, we've got down here, we have little fishing supplies because one of our Sims that lives here is quite into fishing. But yeah, this is a little hangout area. I can imagine like when their kids lived at this house, they had a great time hanging out in the basement, and this is where they would hang out with their friends to keep out of the way of their kids or their parents. So, oh, the garden is a mess because I've just been dropping stuff down here and forgetting about it. I have plans to landscape the garden properly. I've been collecting research materials, so we'll see. I think I've been trying to work out like what furniture that I want to use and have just completely abandoned it, but it's fine, it is what it is. This is all the fun of the fair. Now, part of me feels a little bit like I was cheating with this, and it's not because this has come from the gallery or anything like that. This is a build that I have done, but I did this a couple of years ago and I figured, well, it fits the theme and like the build style. Why shouldn't I use it? Like, it's not like I haven't made it. I spent the time doing it, but it has definitely saved me some time in terms of like fleshing out the world using something that I've built previously. So I'll give you a little bit of a tour. So we've got like a little porch area here. You come through into like a hall area. Let's put those walls up. This is my favourite thing of the whole place. A conversation pit. How could I do a mid-century modern house and not put a conversation pit in there? Illegal. That would be illegal. I need to figure out what wallpaper I've used because it looks like I've missed a bit. So let's just fill that back in business. So yeah, we've got like a little conversation pit with a big TV and a nice retro fireplace. We have our little dining area here, which is pretty cool. We have, the Murphy bed isn't functional, but like it really fits the vibe. So we can always like move the chairs, I guess, if we have guests. What else have we got? We've got our little kitchen, little green kitchen. I think this is really cute. I'm really pleased with how this came out. And I think when I start like playing and accumulating more bits and pieces, we can flesh out the kitchen a little bit more because there's more clutter items. Like stuff always is coming. There's always new stuff coming out, is what I mean to say. We have our little garage area here. So we've got like bikes for the kids. We've got like a crafting station. That is the wrong way around. Well, what are you doing? We've got our boiler and like our laundry area here. So we've got like a little utility room. And I think this is so lovely. I've never used an orange swatch on a washing machine before, but it just felt so right for this house. Like, this is neat. This is so cute. I really wish we had a little bit more variety with some of the laundry stuff that we have. Because this is great for, like, mid-century, but, like, it might struggle to work in other aesthetics, if that makes sense. Okay, coming back over to the front of the house, we have, like, a little home office here for whoever works at home. We have a kid's bedroom here. Like in my head, they had 2 teenage daughters and like these are their rooms. So we've got like a purple themed one. And then over on this side, we have like the little yellow themed version. Very similar, but I think they're really cute. I really like these and how they've come out. We have a bathroom in here with like a separate little toilet and shower area, like a wet room almost. But yeah, cute little jacuzzi. I'll probably fill, like I say, with like clutter and stuff like that as I progress. And then we have the master bedroom here, which is a vibe. I would quite happily have this room. I feel like it's really easy for me to do like the mid-century stuff because that's where my taste lies and that's the kind of like furnishing I like. So I always have such a good time doing those kind of things in my game. I really struggle with the more fancy builds. We're gonna just pop out to the garden. So I've actually landscaped this one. We've got this cute little like Joshua tree and some cacti. We have, I think one of the kids is actually like a child, not a teenager. So we've got like some monkey bars, a little sunbathing, reading area, and then like outdoor dining as well. Oh, someone. I've remembered who I've put in here. Yeah, someone's been grilling hot dogs. That's cute. But yeah, it's just, I really, really love this house. I'm super proud of it. It was one of those builds that I did. Like, I used to be really scared to build because I felt like I'd get over my depth, but it was a labour of love, this one, so I'm really pleased with how this one's turned out. This is probably one of my favourite builds that I've ever done. Okay, so here is another mid-century house that I've built. So we have a tiny little walkway here with a dining area super close. Let's just move that, because that's clipping through the wall and I don't want it to do that. That's not going to let me move. I'll have to sort that out with Tool because there's a little bit going on here, but that's fine. Don't even worry about it. So yeah, as you come through, we have a nice little living room area. Then we've got a little kitchen over here, and this is real cute. I feel like the bread bin is super underutilized, and I want to see more of the bread bin. Also, these tiles, I always just assumed these tiles would be really ugly, and then I was watching a Let's Play and someone had them in their kitchen. I was like, hang on a minute, those are base game. It's just that I think the first swatch that you see is ugly. Because basically, if a tile is blue, I will hate it, or if like anything is blue, I need other swatches to be at the forefront, otherwise I'll just write them off. We've got a little home office here, which is real cute. This Murphy bed does work. We can pull this Murphy bed out if we've got guests. Definitely more functional. We have our, well, I say master bedroom. Technically it's the only bedroom that we have. I think if we go walls up, yeah, we've got a bit more of like a modular situation going on with like the wardrobe and bookshelf area. I really like how this has come out. And then the second bedroom we've got is unoccupied. So the sim that lives in this house owns the restaurant or the little diner that we have in my version of Oasis Spring. So she's literally just moved in. She's still unpacking boxes, but she's doing her best with the diner. It's very, yeah, it's cute. We'll get to see that very shortly. Little bathroom area. It's only small, but it does what we need it to. We've got some more little cupboard spaces here, and then very minimal on the garden front. I don't know about anybody else, but gardens are not fun for me to make. I need to push myself out of my comfort zone, I think. So we have a little sun lounger and a little patio, and there's like a little cover on some of it. Yeah, it's cute. Does the job, fits the bill. Okay, this one is another build that I've done using real life blueprints to try and help map it out, and it drove me insane. I don't know about anybody else, but I hate doing big builds. I hate big houses because I find furnishing them really stressful, and I have just elected to just not furnish this house for the time being. I need to, because I do have a sim family that is living in here, so I do need to actually make it livable for them. But I have made a start. Let's move this out to where it should be. Let's just put this like here. So ground floor we have, I'm gonna say a living space. A kitchen will be in here. We've got so many bedrooms in this place, like bedrooms coming out of my ears, honestly. Upstairs we have even more bedrooms. I don't know why this bedroom needs to be this big, but I might stick in maybe like an ensuite in this. It looks like this would be the master bedroom just based on the size. We've got a games room, which is pretty cool. That was listed on the floor plan as a game room, and I was like, okay, bet, let's crack on with that. So the Sims that live here have got some money. They are, I wouldn't say the wealthiest people that I've got in my game, but the dad in this family is a doctor, so he's making some good money. I've focused more on the exterior for this one, in all honesty. I need to try and let go of trying to make my builds that I'm doing with floor plans like just being a little bit more like flexible with them, because I look at the floor plan and I'm like, well, or like the references that I'm using, and I'm like, well, I can't do that, so I don't want to do it anymore. I need to let go. I just need to chill out. But I think this will be fun to furnish, especially now that I have a family living in there. I just need to get back on it. I'm trying to get better at landscaping as well. And I don't think this is looking too bad. This kind of is floating in mid-air. Can I bring that down a bit? No. I think that's going to be another job for Tool, to be perfectly honest. Or we'll just like flesh it out with some more. Let's just put some more of these bushes in, because that'll solve the problem, won't it? There you go, you wouldn't even know. Yeah, those plants are definitely not floating up in the air. Neither are these ones. Good lord. You've got problems with floating plants? It's alright, don't worry about it, just put a bush under it. Yeah. That's my pro tip. Okay, we'll come back to this. Like I say, it's a work in progress. Okay, so that is it for the residential builds that I've done so far. We're going to move, well, technically, I've got some that are a little bit living, a little bit community. So I'm real, I'll just show you. Okay, so next door to the Dusty Dingbat, we have these buildings. And oh honey, the lore runs deep. Basically, without getting into it too much, I've got 3 Sims that live on this lot, and each of those Sims runs a small business. Now, it doesn't work exactly the way that I would like it to, just with like the game mechanics and that kind of thing, because it's not like I'm going to be able to have the businesses open like all the time like I would actually like them to be. I've just had to make the most with the resources I have. So the Sims that live here are siblings, and they've inherited the family businesses, or at least the eldest 2 have. So we'll start with downstairs. That's too far downstairs. So one of the Sims owns or like runs the laundrette. So we have a little area here where people can come in and sit and wait for their laundry to be done. We have a little cashier section here. We've got, yeah, washers and dryers for our clientele to use. We have a little staff room at the back, which is quite cute. And then we've got the bathroom that is available to us. Now, I really wish that like multifunctional lots were a thing, so like you could have multiple different like businesses or like community lot types on the same one. We don't, like I say, I'm just trying to make it work the best way that I can. I really just wanted this as like, yeah, my lore. Anyway, moving on over to the other a big building, we have a convenience store. So yeah, we've got all the fridges and the freezers and these little like vending machines here. We've got magazine stacks. It's all pretty basic. It's just your everyday run-of-the-mill convenience store. I might embellish it a bit more if I find some stuff. But yeah, for where we're at now, this is what we've got. We have a little coffee section as well, so you can grab a drink and a pastry. We have a customer bathroom, which is like fine. And then we have the employee section, which is not so fine. We have our grungy little bathroom here, and then this is our employee lounge / stock room. I don't know about anybody else, but in so many jobs that I've had like previously, the stock room ends up being the break room. So that's the vibe that I've got going on here. It's not particularly well organized. There's loads of stuff, and yeah, that's down here. Then the other building, I don't think we got a good look at it before, so I'll put the walls up so you can see properly. So yeah, we've got these little shipping containers out the back, and the reason for that is because the youngest sibling that wasn't planned is still needing to like make herself a living. So she's saved up, she has bought these shipping containers, and she is doing her own thing. Like, her business is happening. And what her business is she is a tattoo artist. So we have like a little waiting area, a desk, and then 3 different rooms, and then we've got some toilets there as well. Yeah, and then we've got like our bins and everything out the back, just like the outside shed area, I guess. But yeah, let me show you the apartments now. So the sim that runs the laundrette has a nice, very homely kind of home. There's a couple of bedrooms, so we've got like a master bedroom, like a study / spare bedroom. We've got like a decent bathroom, little dining area. Well, dining and living room. We're limited on space, but yeah, we've got like a little breakfast bar here as well. So that's all very good, very nice. Now, I can't say the same for the other apartment that we have. It's a little bit more run down. This guy is a bachelor, and probably for good reason. He does have a doggy though, so he's got something in his favour. Grungy little kitchen, although to be fair, it's a bit run down, but it's not awful. It's not, you know, totally gross. We have our little study / dining area. We've got a bathroom with like laundry piles on the floor because he is a slob. And then we've got like this little bedroom space for him too. And my favourite is the studio apartment shipping container unit. Now, our tattoo artist lives here. She's very artsy, so unsurprisingly, we have a nice space. She's making do with what she's got, because it literally is just a shipping container. But like, we have a little kitchen area, we've got our dining space, living space, we've got like a little bedroom here. Because she's an artist, we've got like an easel, and then like a little rustic bathroom. Yeah, nice little sort of lounge area, sort of outside, so we can have a little sun lounge and maybe have our dinner outside if we fancy it. Nice place to sit. It's all cute, it's good. And we've got like a little bus stop area as well for the outside. So yeah, that is the sort of family business plot. Okay, and then the last lot I'm going to show you that I've worked on so far is our diner. I have been so stressed trying to like get the decor and like the aesthetic right. So unbelievably stressed. We've got this little planted area. It's not finished, it needs some more work. We've got stuff to do. Don't even worry about it. I think at this point I was just dumping stuff from debug down just to be like, okay, what have I got that fits the theme? Let's make it work. We have our outside area. This is where the staff meetings happen because there's room for this inside. So yeah, so we've got a couple of booths that we can sit at. There's a bar at the back. Let's just get those walls up because you'll get a better feel for the place. I wanted to try and give the vibe of those cluttered, like, retro style diners. It's not that I don't like it and I'm not happy with what I've done, but it just isn't the vision that I had. So I hadn't previously had the bowling pack installed, and I feel like that might save this build a little bit now that I've got that. But it's fine. Like, it is what it is. And then we have, like, condiment tables here, and then I've got this little like love nook area that I've specifically like carved aside for couples. I just thought it would be really cute if they have like a dating area. I don't know, basically I looked at the neons and was like, let's turn everything pink. And then because this is all like tucked away around the corner, it's like, oh, this is like the spot for first dates. Because the restaurant owners know this, we've catered for it accordingly. We have a little bathroom in here as well. And then we've got our kitchen area for the cooks. Like I say, I had big visions for this and it's not fully come to fruition, but I'm hoping maybe some of the other packs that I've now got installed might help save that. If you've got any ideas for things that I can do to make it feel like a authentic diner, that would be grand. Please give some ideas. Okay, so yeah, that is everything that I've done in Oasis Springs oh no, it's not. That is a lie. That is a big fat lie. I've got 2 more lots to show you around. And they are residential. Yeah, sorry, I'm a liar. I'm a massive liar. So this is another lot that I had made a couple of years ago and have like dumped into this world, this save file. I love this little build. I love making tiny houses or like small houses. I'm not interested in doing mansions. Like I say, they stress me out too much. I'll just give you a little tour of the outside. So yeah, keeping with the theme, we've got Joshua trees, we've got agave, we've got prickly pear, all the spiky boys. At the back, we have a couple of areas that we can sunbathe and like have open areas, like little balconies. So we've got this little sun trap at the top. We've got a little balcony here. And then we have a tiny little pool, if my camera's going to cooperate with me. So yeah, we've got a little swimming pool out here, which is well cute. And I can remember when I made this bed, like raised bed, I was well chuffed with it. There is a bit of clip in there, but it's fine. We've got a little outdoor dining area here. But I'll show you the inside now. The inside is, I think it's great. So, hello? That is not where you belong. Hate that it does that. Why not just like put it outside? You know you're in a building. Okay, so as you come in, oh, someone's been cooking. We have this situation here, and that will make sense once I put the walls up and you can see like the entire thing. But we're going to ignore it for now. We are going to come through to this tiny little kitchenette area, which, to be honest, when you are somebody living by yourself, you need a smaller space to look after and to keep clean as possible. So I just think this is really cute. I love this little pink kitchen. Super, super cute. We have a, let's put those walls up, little living area here. So we've got our telly, little side table, little sofa. Let's go all the way up actually. Now you go up this little staircase and we've got a bed on a raised platform. So everything is open plan. There's not actually any walls in this house apart from the platform, and I'll show you that in a second. So from here you can either get up to the top of the roof terrace or you can come out to this little balcony here. But what I think is really fun, we're going to go downstairs. So just remember what this looks like here. So we've got like this little raised platform for the bed, but we've got like a little secret room. So you go through here, we've got like a little dressing area, and it's like behind a wall, so it's like privacy, because we've got this big window here so we can see like everything. So it was important that she had a place to get dressed in privacy. And also we've got a bathroom tucked away down here, which I think is real cool. But wait, there's another hidden feature, and we are gonna go walls down for this. No, we're not. Yeah, we are. Hello. Now, when you come through, you can see that there's a little gap. Why is this jump back outside, or inside rather? So you probably clocked this little gap. I don't know whether you'd have clocked this when we first came into the build, but there's a little gap down here, and there is a purpose for that, because when we come around this way, we've got a secret little hideout for our doggy. So yeah, the sim that lives here does have a tiny dog, and the tiny dog has her own bedroom. How cute. So yeah, like I say, I am so pleased with this build because it's so simple and it's so aesthetic too. I've got a mod that does like a smart home thing, and there are like blinds that are on a roller that you can control, and I think they would be perfect for in here so she can shut them at night. And it definitely looks like the sort of house where you would have like smart blinds and stuff. I love this little house. It's so cute to me, and I have done iterations of this where I've done them as like terraced, so I've got like 3 together. I just think it's neat, and I'm going to show you the last residential lot on this. Okay, finally the last lot that we have in, where are we, Oasis Springs. It's been a long work day for me. My brain's not working. So we have 2 units that are the same size, and we have a slightly larger unit at the back, and it's a nicer unit. You know, it looks more like a home than a trailer. The others are very much a trailer. So we'll start with the bougie trailer. I've not wallpapered it. I've furnished it, but I've not wallpapered it. It's fine, don't even worry about it. So we have like a little living area, piano. This is where an elderly couple lived. So yeah, it's very much like grandma's house. I feel like they needed to downsize and they moved some of their stuff with them. But yeah, we have this little trailer park here. So yeah, this is our first trailer. We have, like I say, our living area. We have like a kitchen and dining area. We've got a conservatory out the back for activities, and we have a bedroom here. Now, it's a very different state of affairs over in this trailer. This is just Pittsville. Like, The convenience store apartment wasn't great. This is worse. This is absolutely awful. This man does not wash his ass. And that's literally all I have to say on the matter. Like, everything is just functional. I've never seen the inside of this place, essentially. Disgusting. And then our last trailer we have to look at. There are a lot of Sims that live here, and I think that's probably evident when you see the amount of bunk beds I've got in here. There's toys everywhere. This is a large family. Like I said, I'm not going to go into the lore too much, but oh boy does it run deep. Oh, someone's been cooking. Little kitchen area. We have master room. And there's a little, well, there's 2 cots in here. So yeah, they are very fast outgrowing this little trailer. And we have a bathroom. I think there are like 7 or 8 Sims that live here, and 1 bathroom is not enough for that many people. So yeah, that is Oasis Springs. We're gonna pop on over to Willow Creek now to see what's going on over there. Okay. I don't know really where to start. Maybe we'll start with like my most densely populated area. I've got a lot of residential rentals in here because I feel like with Foundry Cove, it gives me like not the most affluent area. So they're very modest homes, they're very small. We're trying to pack in, it's a densely populated area. It's, yeah, let's just get on with it, shall we? So I wanted to keep to the theme of like shotgun style houses. Some of them are like typical shotgun houses, so I wanted to keep with the build style for each of the worlds. So because this is based on like New Orleans, and in the less affluent areas we see a lot of things like shotgun houses, I really wanted to keep with that vibe. Now, not all of them are properly shotgun houses. Some of them are more representative of that than others. But like in terms of the exteriors at least, and like the main vibe of the place, that's what I was going for. So we're just going to start in with this one. Okay. You see what I mean? Like they kind of, I feel like they look like they could be next to each other, and they like blend in with all of the houses around. So yeah, they're not exactly the same as each other. There is some, you know, differences in style, but yeah, I'm quite happy with how this little neighborhood looks, to be perfectly honest. So we are going to start off with these houses. Now I can't remember who I've got living in which house, but there definitely is variety in the types of Sims that live here. So I don't appear to have anybody living in this house, so don't even worry about it. This one is a family home, and I love the vibe here. We've got like a little bathroom area, or like a little like toilet area, cupboard for the Hoover. We've got this lovely warm and cozy feeling living room with a dining room back here, which is pretty nice. I really like this kitchen and how this kitchen came out. Let's just put the walls up so you can see it a bit better. It's nice. It's a nice kitchen. Now I have, upstairs, very tiny little sort of in the middle. I've loosely based the layout of this house on the house that I grew up in. It doesn't look anything like the house from the outside, but yeah, the inside of it is very similar to the house that I grew up in. We have a master bedroom. You can tell the ones that I've definitely like really enjoyed doing because they are complete, but I don't know, I feel like doing a save file and like having to build things and build them for people. The ones that I've done more recently are pretty much finished. I'm getting better at completing them. So there definitely are some that I need to go and have a little look over again and like tweak and finish off. But I would say like one thing that I've noticed is I'm getting quicker at building and furnishing and like paying more attention to detail in a lot of these builds. Anyway, we have a master room here. We have a teenage boy that, I think I might have remembered. I think I remember who lives here. Yeah, we've got a teenage boy that lives in this bedroom. We have quite a nice bathroom, to be honest. This is pretty nice. We've got like a his and her sink so we can do our TVs at the same time. We have a girl's bedroom here. She's a teenager as well. She's a lot tidier than her brother. It's cute. It's nice. Oh, and we have a master bedroom. We have a master bath over here as well. So again, we've got a his and her sink set up. Just cute. Just alright, isn't it? Next door, who do we have? Who lives in this house? Can I remember who lives in this house? So this one, I don't think the family is quite as well off as the other one, but they're making do with what they've got. We have our little living area. We've got a family computer rather than like individual ones. Some little knickety-knacks. Dining area. This one's not quite so well furnished, but there is definitely some variety of baby in this house. This kitchen, this is a cute kitchen. I think this is nice. So yeah, we have like a little breakfast nook as well. Now the other house had a washer and a dryer. We just have a washer in this one, and we have I was going to call it a dryer. It's not a dryer, is it? That is a laundry line. And then we've got like our main bathroom downstairs. We go up. We have a master bedroom here. It's very pink and fluffy. We have a teen girl bedroom. We have another bathroom, and we have, I think this one's a kid. Is it a kid or is it a toddler? Oh wait, no, this is the toddler. There's a toddler in this room here. So yeah, quite sparsely decorated. In my head, they're not that well off. And I completely forgot that I've got another unfurnished house to do. I don't know who lives here yet, so I think somebody's moved in. I just haven't furnished it for them. So yeah, that's those three. Okay, so next door we have this set of houses. We've got, hello. Yeah, so next door we've got this set of houses. These are a little bit more like a typical shotgun. I think. I've got these houses here are like proper shotgun houses, but I digress. Let's have a little look at what we've got going on. So I've got a family that live in this one. So we'll start off here. So both families have access to this shared porch, which I thought would be quite interesting. So I think if there's going to be a family that lives here, it would be quite nice if like the kids get to know each other and they've got like this shared area that they can play, because there's not much garden space. There's a little bit, and again, they're like interlinked. Like the kids are going to be chatting to each other over the fence, but I think I can imagine like kids playing together on this little porch area. Okay, so we have our first room, which is like our living area. We have a little bathroom in here as well. The kitchen area is a bit of a zigzag kitchen, but I like it. I've not done too much in terms of like accents and stuff like that. I basically just got it as a bit of a starter home. And then we've got like, oh, there's definitely a teenager that lives here because that is a high school textbook. We then have... I can't even remember who I've moved in here. So we have a really teeny tiny little nursery. It basically just does the job. I don't think there's even any lights in here. I might need to pop some lighting in. We've got a bathroom, we have a master bedroom, and then we have a shared bedroom for our younger Sims. And then next door we have, again, another little welcome area with access to the shared bit. We have a living area, we have a bathroom, dining room. Yeah, basically in terms of furnishing this one, these again are like starter homes, so I'll probably add some more personality depending on the Sims that end up living here. We have little back porches as well, so they're slightly... I didn't want the houses to be exactly the same. Like, yeah, they're next to each other, but they don't necessarily need to have the same exact layout. So yeah, we've got these little porches, and then the gardens kind of like run next to each other. I thought it would be cute if the kids can like make friends over the fence, perhaps. I don't know. That's my headcanon. Okay, so we have our traditional style shotgun houses. I've got one that looks a bit nicer than the other. This one I've got a family living in. This one hasn't yet. I've moved this using Tool. I thought it would be really cute for the kids to have like a shared area, like a little den. There are kids that live in this house, so I think it would be quite cute if there is some sort of like friendship that blossoms between them. But I'll show you around the inside to begin with. So we have this little living area. Now, there are a lot of Sims that live in this house. I've managed to pack them in like fairly tight. So gameplay in here is going to be really fun. These will have family portraits. You can't really see very well, but like I have a couple of the siblings doing these awkward siblings poses. I've been learning how to do poses and take pictures and stuff, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Because this is a family home, it makes sense that they would have that stuff on the walls. So we've got our little take your shoes off and coats off and hang your shit up. We've got a little bit of decor around. Now, in my head, the family that lives here, like, they don't have much, but they've got each other. There are some marital issues in this family, but we will cross that bridge when we get to it. So we have a little bathroom downstairs, a little bit of clutter in there. Cute little kitchen. I love making kitchens. Kitchens are really fun to me. I learned this really good tip watching one of Dumpling Sim streams recently, where this is like a base game light that if you've got move objects on, if you put it under the counter, it gives you like really nice lighting in your kitchens. That was something one of her viewers, while she was on a live stream, Kate like told her about, and I was like, you've literally just blown my mind. It was, yeah, game changer. We also have an upstairs, so we have our master bedroom here. Again, we're gonna have more photos of like the kids and the family. There is a infant in this house. Now in this room we have a teen sim and a child sim. This is here for when the infant grows up. And then in this room we have, I believe, a young adult and a teenager and a toddler, and it's very cramped in here. You've got like 3 girls living in a really tiny bedroom, and one of them is like a baby. I don't know, I love when rooms look kind of low-key like shit. And I don't mean that I think I've decorated it badly, but like I love the mess and the clutter. I think that's why I struggle to do like mansions and stuff like that, because I'm like, rich people don't have stuff just everywhere. So I have another one of these shotguns to like house somebody in. Like, I've not done anything on it, it's an empty shell, but that's cool, that's fine. We are gonna skip over this one for now. I'm gonna do that one last. So we're gonna go to our last set of houses. Okay, so next up we have this little area. There's this couple of houses. This is it a duplex when it's 2? Whatever. So yeah, we've got these 2 houses. This is another one that I followed a floor plan for, and I don't know whether I've got anyone living here, but again, it's starter home vibes. We have, to be fair, like they are identical, so it's not really gonna be too difficult to explain because they're both exactly the same. We have a single bedroom here with a bathroom. Got a little, is this a corridor? Yeah, like a little hallway switch here. Oh, hang on. No, that is right. That's fine. We have another bedroom here, so bedroom number 2. We have another bathroom, and then we have a master bedroom here. We've got like a little breakfast nook, a dining area, and a kitchen. And that's pretty much it. We've got our living space here. These will get fleshed out and be more personalised once I've got Sims living in them properly. I think I've just dropped them in and I haven't delved into their personality and like them putting their mark on it. There is plenty of time, I keep reminding myself. We've got the tiniest little backyard as well, so there's not much going out here, but like if you want to get outside you don't have to go to the front porch, which is shared again. Then we have our final little house. We are going to pop through and have a look at that. Okay, so the last house in this neighbourhood is this tiny, tiny, tiny house. But oh boy, does the lore run deep. So basically, I did like a tiny house generator thing just because I was feeling a little bit stuck. And I would recommend doing those because it does kind of provide a little bit of context for your Sims as well. Basically, I had to make a tiny home for an elder, 2 children, and an infant. And it was a really, really tiny, tiny home. So I got to work. I'll show you what I've done. So I'll do an outside tour first. So we've got the front of the house here. It's really lovely. It's really quaint, really sweet. We've got our little hopscotch area here. In the back, we have, like, it's small, but I really like how this turned out. We have a little wildflower garden, we have a swing set, we have a little paddling pool, and this is grandma's like garden. Like the kids are not allowed in this bit. Little bucket to do water balloons. It's just sweet. It just feels real quaint to me. Oh, we've got our little marble section as well. I'll show you inside because it's so little but really lovely. I feel like love lives here, and it's gonna have to, because like the lore for this family is absolutely tragic. And like I say, I will go into the family that lives here and how that has like bloomed outward. This is my largest extended family that I've ever had in The Sims, like, and it just seems to be getting bigger, and I'm not even playing with it just yet. I've just been doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff using MC Command Center and getting like everybody intermingled. I wish they would stop doing that. That's really getting on my chimes. Anyway, so in this tiny house, you come through this door here, you've got a little seating nook and the dining, or like the high chair for the baby. We have a little telly that is stuck to the wall. Doesn't need to be big because at grandma's house you don't watch telly, like there's other stuff to do. We have this little tiny kitchen area that we can use these as counters like for food prep, and we can eat off of them. So we have our children's bedroom. So we have 2 children that live in this room, and it's snug. It's really, really snug. But there is a reason for that, and honestly it's heartbreaking when I get to going over the Michaels family lore. Like, some of it is so sad. We have grandma's room here. Grandma's room's so tiny as well. But yeah, she is doing the best that she can for her grandbabies, and I love her for it. So yeah, there's not much to show you because it's such a tiny house. We have this little nursery for our little baby. There's kitties and puppies on the wall. Like, she wants the best for her grandchildren. Like, she really, really does. And then we have this little bathroom area here as well. So that's got virtually everything we need. We didn't have space for the diaper bin in the nursery, so that's in here. So through the magic of cinema, that will jump through the wall and go in there, I guess. And that's it. That's our little teeny tiny house. It's so little, but I really like how it turned out. Like, it really got me putting my build skills to the test and like fitting everything in. It's just, it's really cute. I really, really like this house. Okay, we're gonna move over to Courtyard Lane. This neighbourhood is slightly more, I keep saying the word affluent. I don't want to say rich because they're definitely not rich. We are gonna start off with this house that I built. I am gonna change all of the names because obviously this is not a bungalow. Okay, so this is another house that Charlotte built from a floor plan and then abandoned because I didn't want to furnish the house of this size. And guess what? It only gets worse because I've got a mansion that I need to do, and we'll get to that in a moment. I couldn't even tell you what is where in this house. I know that this is probably a kitchen area. Like, there really isn't much to show apart from like the exterior. I haven't got anybody living here. I don't know who's gonna live here. I just saw a floor plan and a picture of a house and was like, I'm gonna build that, and that's as far as I got with it. So that one is very quick to go through. Now this one, again, I did do this one from a floor plan, but I've actually furnished this one because I had a family that I wanted to move in. So we are gonna start with coming through this door, I guess. So our living room is here. Again, I really struggle to do big builds because I feel like with everything's being spaced out, I'm like, I don't have enough like clutter to fill this. But yeah, to just give you a little bit of a look at that, we have this nice little family room, living area. We've got our dining room with a little bar. That bar is not going to be functional there. We have our kitchen. I don't know what it is about kitchens. I really like making kitchens. Is this like a normal thing for builders? Like, is the kitchen like the best room in the house? Let me know. We have this little hallway area. We have a bathroom and a utility room here and a storage closet. And then this room is the book room. It's not really the book room. It is a little study, but it's full of books. So I guess it is the book room. It's like a little mini library. And then if we go upstairs, oh my god, I forgot how much I love these bedrooms that I've made. So there are 4 kids in this family. One of them is a young adult, one of them is two of them are teenagers, and one of them is a child. So I'm going to start with the room that I think I did first, which is this girlie's room. Oh, it's full of nice clutter, and yeah, I just think it's neat. We went on a pink theme. She's very typical sort of like girly girl. We have, oh wait, maybe the teenage boy's room is probably one of my favorites. He is like, I love how that his sim turned out. His sim is great, but like he's really into his music. So yeah, he has a very like grungy, artistic kind of theme. Our oldest child is a big flaming homo, and she wants everybody to know about it. So the room is lesbian flag themed, and she's messy, but that's okay. That's all right. She's got this really cool mural on her wall. Yeah, bit of a wild child, but she's kind of growing out of it, I guess. Next we have a bathroom. This is like the kids' bathroom. It's where they take a shower. We've got this little hallway area as well. I never know what to do with hallways, because like in the UK, especially like for people that live in the same sort of like class bracket, or like for the same people that have like the same sort of house that I live in, like you don't do anything with the hallway. You like go up the stairs and then you go into the rooms. Like there's not space for it to be nice, particularly. Not that they're not nice, but yeah, there's not space for it to like be well decorated like larger houses, I guess, and I'm just not used to seeing that. We have our little boy's bedroom. Like the kids have got really nice sized rooms. Like it's a nice house to live in. And yeah, like kids, I find so much, kids and teenagers and like young adults, I find fairly easy to decorate for, especially when I've like fleshed out personalities. If I've got Sims in mind to put into these houses, like that is half of the battle. We have the master bathroom. So like this is nice. I would love a bathroom like this. So we've got like a separate little toilet area so you can do your poops in privacy. And then, yeah, just big bathroom space. It feels weird to me that bathrooms are that big, because I don't think they're that big in the UK. Somebody has been a messy man and has left clothes by the side of the bed. This is the master room. It's a very beige town, but it's fine. Like some people like beige and that's okay. Right, let's hop over to another one. Okay, we're getting there. We don't have too much more to go through. I've been recording for nearly an hour and a half and I am exhausted from talking so much. So I don't want to go too much into the lore, but I feel like sometimes it's necessary with some of the houses. This house has been inherited by this sim, or this is an inheritance house. So the sim that lives here has not earned this house at all in terms of like the labor and like the work that he's done to be there. It's the house that belonged to his grandmother, and this is kind of what he's doing with it. So and what he is doing with it is not much. Like he's let things slip a little bit. Things are a bit grody, a bit unkempt. We have sort of a basic rundown kitchen and dining area. We have a little bathroom in here that's a bit scuzzy, as is the living room. Like you can tell just a man lives here. Like there's some stuff is like left over from it being grandma's house, but all of like the final touches, like the finishing touches, like there's no way a woman has seen the inside of this house. Now if we go upstairs, we have our little hallway here. We have just a bed, because I feel like this is another man that doesn't wash his ass. Despite having a bathtub to do so. We've got the bathroom in here, and it's like grandma's like fittings from before, but the guy is not bothered enough to do anything. And this is going to give away some of his personality and like what he does. He's about the hustle, but I don't think he's very good at it because he doesn't have a house that is nice. Maybe he would like to have this as a fixer-upper, and this is why he's trying to hustle elsewhere. We have this room here, which was the master bedroom. This is now a grow room. So the sim that lives here is a drug dealer. He grows weed, he sells weed. Alongside that, he has a bit of a, I guess, like puppy farm business. He is not a nice man. Like, I'm not making this as like an endorsement for those behaviors. Like, I think it's absolutely abhorrent. But like, this is the kind of character he is. And don't get me wrong, like he loves his dogs, but he's basically breeding them for profit. And when I say loves his dogs, I guess that he loves the money that he makes from them. So the dogs basically live in kennels. This is like the yard that the dogs live in. It's quite sad actually. Like it's yeah. We have 4 adult dogs. One of the sets of dogs has had puppies. We've got a couple of pit bulls and a couple of Doberman pinchers, and yeah, it's the pit bulls that have had a baby. Yeah, and they live in like these kennels. He takes care of the dogs, the basic needs are met, but like they're not the family pets that like all of my other animal sims are in their houses. Like I've got a lot of animals in my houses and my households, and they are very much part of the family, whereas for this guy that is not the case. He's a waste man basically, and he sucks. He's not a nice man. Okay, so the last little bit to show you in Willow Creek is the Winthorpe mansion. Now the Winthorpes are okay, so the last bit that I have to show you, what is that doing over here? Oh, I think I'm getting rid of that because I have plans. Ignore me. Yeah, so the last build or last residential build that I have to show you in Willow Creek is the Winthorpe mansion. Now, I really don't like building mansions. I find it's just really overwhelming. So it's not something that I've really done before. So I'm kind of chipping away at this in sections. I've built like the bare bones of it. The Winthorpes, the family that live here, they are old money. They have this old mansion that they have lived in for generations, basically. Yeah, I'll show you the inside. Oh, actually, while we're outside, they're the kind of rich people that have horses, and that will come into the next build that I'll show you, a community lot that I've been working on. Okay, so very minimal stuff that's happening. I've basically just been placing down stuff that I might want to use when I come across it in CAS. The kitchen's looking pretty good though. Like, I'm quite pleased with how that has come out. I don't think I want these on the side. They don't seem like the kind of people to have things on the unit. I feel like rich people just don't have stuff on show. Like they've got stuff, but it's locked away. So yeah, we have like a family room here, and then this is a dining area. I think this is just a cupboard. Although we're gonna have a butler, so he's gonna need somewhere to sleep. We'll figure that out. Maybe he can sleep in like the garage. This is a garage on the floor plan, but obviously that's not functional, and I don't really know what else we can do with that unless we turn it into like a crazy games room or something. We've got like, this is a little sunroom, which is quite cute. This is the living room, and I've got a bar in here because, I don't know, rich people drink lots. So this is cozy and nice. It's not like a cozy, like I say cozy, it's not like family cozy, but like I guess the walls are warm, so it makes it feel warmer in contrast to the wallpaper that's everywhere else. And I have just kind of like put that on there so I'm not looking at drywall. Upstairs we have a number of bedrooms for Sims that currently live here and Sims that used to live here and now do not. So yeah, we have a master bedroom. We have a little like sitting area. We've got a bedroom here, on here. I think I might divide these up because I don't think I've done the math right, because there definitely are more. There are basically 4 kids in this family, or like adult children. So I feel like we need to have another bedroom for one of the kids, because I can't see this being the sort of family where the kids share bedrooms. So yeah, that's where I've got to so far. And like the idea of doing a mansion was absolutely terrifying, and I think I'm just gonna have to chip away at it really slowly and do like a room at a time. The same with the exterior as well. The last build I've got to show you is this one here, so we're just gonna hop over. So I started building this after I kind of got a bit sick of Winthorpe Mansion, but I thought it would be really cool and kind of on brand if, like, because they're super rich, of course they own the equine club, the country club, so you can park up your horse in one of the stables. You can practice your show jumping here. There's a little gate so you can access it. But really what you're here for is the bar, and that will be in there. This is going to be like a sunroom, like a conservatory. This, I feel like, is where the women sit and like they bitch and they gossip and that kind of thing. And then in the bar is where like the guys talk business. So yeah, it's very bare bones at the moment. I've just been kind of figuring some stuff out. This is going to be like a little deck area, but yeah, like it's a bar that you can bring your horse to, because that's the kind of rich people shit that happens. Yeah, it has a lot more to be done for it, but that is the idea that I am running with, and that finishes us up in Willow Creek. Okay, so I normally really struggle with community lots because I find it really difficult to visualize them. I put my whole simmercy into this build. It took me like 4 hours to do, and I did record it with the intention of uploading like a speed build, but I think because it took me so long, I had to speed it up so much, it was just like impossible to look at without getting a headache. So yeah. Maybe when I do community lot builds in the future, I'll upload them as like long plays. That might work better. So yeah, we have our little cafe here. I'm so pleased with this. This is literally my baby. So we'll just do like an outside tour. So we have some little decking areas. We have like a little terrace at the top. This is like the hot brunch spot. You want to have brunch here, like it's up and coming. We have our little seating area outside as well, but really you want to be up on the balcony. That's where the good that's the place to be. Okay, so inside, now I've based this very loosely on my local Cafe Nero, because I can't, like, I have to like draw from inspiration basically. I can't just come up with something. So a lot of my builds are based on buildings like I've encountered in the wild. So I have some seating areas here. We have our little coffee bar. I think I might change the coffee bar itself, but like I'm gonna leave it for the time being. We have some lovely seating areas, lots of plants because I like plants. I really love this little seating area because I feel like you'll sit here as like somebody in the coffee shop, and because you've got the plum bob over your head, it looks like, oh, I'm the main character. It works in my head. Upstairs we have some more seating available. We've got some more sort of like sofas, like loungy areas. We've got our little bougie brunch spot, a little space there, and then I've got our little book nook. If you want to read a book, you come to this part of the cafe. And then we have our bathroom here. Okay. And then a few more details on the outside. We've got like this little bike rack that I've made using like debug items. We have our little staff area out here. Again, we've been thrown in the alley with the bins, but it's okay, for our smoke breaks. Yeah, I'm just really pleased how this came out. Like, it took me a really long time to do it, and I really feel like it was worth the effort that I put in. I would drink coffee here. I think it's cute as hell. And finally, I've got one more of my builds that I'm going to show you, and I will do tours of like the builds that I've done in other worlds at a later date, but because I'm going to be primarily focusing on the free base game worlds, I figured I'm just going to show you those in this video. Like I say, I've been recording for a real long time, so yeah, we're going to finish up with our last one. Okay, so for my last build that I'm going to show you today, I've got a couple of like modern townhouses that I've built. They're the same in layout, so I don't think I'm gonna go through like both of them. One of them's furnished, one of them isn't. Now, not to get into it, but the guy that lives here, he's pretty well off. He comes from a pretty well-established family in Willow Creek. We'll give you a tour of his little bachelor pad. Oh Lord, he has money. So as you come in through the front door, we've got access to our garage, a non-functional garage, but I like that we've got it. We have his home office in here with his nice bougie little fish tank. It's got the most expensive computer that you can buy pretty much, and big art on the walls, probably cost so many money. We have a bathroom coming off of our home office, because when you're doing your work and you need a wee, you don't want to go all the way upstairs, so we've got a little bathroom in here. We have like a toilet and sink area. We have a shower cubicle, and because he's got money, the boy has his own sauna. Like, if your workday is getting real stressful, why not unwind straight away with a sauna? Yeah, he's got money. He's got more money than what he knows like what to do with. I think one of these little, we might convert some of the garage into a bedroom for the butler when we've got him living here. Okay, so you come up the stairwell and then you come out into the living area. I can't help but feel that these are all like half baked and half done, but like that's how rich people decor their house. Like, there's just, they don't, like, they have their pieces and then like they don't have their like clutter. There's no clutter anywhere. Yeah, so we've got some artwork, some vases, little seating area. We've got our smart TV, little kitchen area as well. Obviously, he's not cooking. We've got somebody to do that for us because we are too rich to cook our own food. This doesn't need to be here because I couldn't get a desk to work, and he wouldn't sit at the computer, but it was because the table that the PC was on was incompatible. Anyway, we have a bar. Now, it's not above him to man the bar. He's quite into mixology and stuff like that. He's quite happy for that to be like his party piece. We're gonna go up a level and we have a bedroom. We've got a little hallway here. So this is the master suite. Not much going on in there. Again, I can't, like, it feels so unfinished to me. I need to get better at doing big houses. We have a walk-in wardrobe, again, because the guy is extra. Here's a little walk-in wardrobe, and then he has a little bathroom ensuite, a little corner tub. We've got a shower, like, basically the things you need in a bathroom. Now, when he has lady callers, because he wants to give the impression that, oh no, I've not brought you back here to sleep with me. You get your own room if you like. I'm expecting you to sleep in the other room. So it's nice. It's got some mod cons in there. We have TV. We've got a little vanity because, like, what, you're not going to put your face on in the morning? I don't want to see you looking like that. Ew. That's me talking as him. Another little, it's not really a walk-in wardrobe, but there's like a little dresser space here with a chair. And then we've got this little bathroom area for her as well. Now, I feel like this is conveniently placed. And I low-key kind of placed it like this because I was like, well, if this is some like rich douchebag who's like, oh, it's okay, you can like have like the spare, you know, you sleep in my spare bedroom, whatever. Like, it's got its own bathroom and da-da-da-da-da. Like, the fact that the fact that the bath is right in front of this open archway, because obviously he's going to come in and be like, hey, I hope everything's okay for you. Do you need anything? Like, he gets a full view of her in the bath. Like, that's strategic. The guy is a douchebag. And then, oh, it's a party house. We have another bar up here. We have a barbecue, a DJ deck, because that is a passion of his. And we've got a hot tub for woohooing in. Dance floor is see-through. That allows us to look into the apartment. Again, because this guy is a piece of shit, he is going to be in his bedroom while he's got a party going. Maybe he's like taken some girl to bed, but when he looks up through his ceiling, what's he going to look at? That's right, panties. That wasn't intentional. That side of the plot developed as I was building it, and I put the dance floor down. I was like, oh, I can fully see into the bedroom. And I was like, wait, this is the kind of guy that is going to appreciate that because he is gross. So yeah. That is what I've done in Newcrest so far. It's very, very empty. It is just the 2 builds so far. You can see the cafe is right next door. I'm really looking forward to getting to actually play in my save file and like work on things and show you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So thank you so much if you've got to the end of this video. Let me know if there's anything that you would like to see. If you have any questions about anything, please let me know. I will do my best to answer the questions as and when they come in. But yeah, thank you so much for sticking around and watching this video. I've been recording for nearly an hour and 40 minutes. I need to go and have some dinner. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.